Hey, what's going on everyone? It's your boy Redstone9X here. Welcome back to another command block tutorial video. Now today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do or sniffer commands in Minecraft. And what I mean by this is that these commands will allow you to have certain types of sniffers sniff up materials that you would normally find in the ores of your Minecraft overworld. Now, before I go into more detail on what those commands are and to make this work, you know the drill. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. And turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that guys, let's begin today's video. Okay guys, so I have a bunch of different empty pens right here for the sniffers, and I'll explain how many commands are later on in this video. And, as always, I will leave a link in the description down below for these commands so you guys can copy and paste them into your world later on. Now, let us begin. So first off, as always, I'm going to demonstrate how this works. So I got a bunch of torchflower seeds in pitcher pots right here, and I'll explain what they're for. So we're going to first start off with this first sniffer. And by the way, you don't actually have to spawn them in with these custom names right here. You can simply use a name tag, and that works too. So anyway, first we got is the coal sniffer. So if you have it named the coal sniffer, and when the sniffer does that, and when you're next to it, look at that. You saw for a second there that the sniffer just sniffed up a pitcher pot, but instead converted into coal. So that's the idea of these commands right here. Or, if you think it takes too long and you already have a good amount of these torchflower seeds in pitcher pots, you could simply just toss one of either of them next to the sniffer, and it will also convert them into their respective ore, which is pretty handy, I must say. So now we're going to move on to the next sniffer, which is the copper sniffer. Now this, plus the iron and gold, work a little bit differently, but they still do the same thing. So pretty much, if you toss a torchflower seed, or if it finds a torchflower seed next to it, it will actually convert it into raw copper. But if you want the ingot version of that, you just need to toss pitcher pot next to it, like so, to get the ingot form. And again, the same thing applies with the iron and gold one, which we'll get into right this second. And also one other thing I want to quickly note here. Oh, looks like the copper sniffer is sniffing up another one. Oh, look at that. Another copper ingot. Nice. Okay, anyway, where was I? A couple notes I need to tell you guys. You need to keep the sniffers of different ores separate, so that way, when they find these torchflower seeds in pitcher pots, and when they convert them into the different ores, they're not going to get mixed up with each other. So that's why I have them in separate pens, like you see here. So make sure you keep that in mind. And also the other thing is, you must be near the sniffer so that way the torchflower seeds and pitcher pots change into their respective ore material, as I just said. So next we got is the iron sniffer. And when you toss torchflower seeds and pitcher pots, you get raw iron and iron ingots. Nice. Next we got is the gold sniffer. And we gotta toss these down, and we get raw gold and gold ingots. Next we got is the redstone sniffer. So this is pretty much just like with the coal sniffer, that tossing either one of the torchflower seeds or pitcher pots will get you the same thing. Just like that. And also make sure you're not tossing so many of them at the same time, otherwise it'll just convert into one single one if you toss a bunch of them all at once. So don't go crazy with them, just toss one at a time for it to work. Okay, anyway. Now we're going to move on to the lapis sniffer. So we'll toss one of these down, and you get lapis lazuli, just like that. And I think the gold sniffer just, yep, found some more raw gold. Nice. Okay, now we're on to the diamond sniffer. So, tossing both of these gives us some diamonds. So now we're on to the last sniffer, which is the emerald sniffer. So, tossing one of these get you some free emeralds, just like that, which you can definitely use to trade with some good villagers. Okay, so now that you've seen all this and get the idea of these ore sniffers right here, we're gonna go over the commands into making this work. So let me put all this in my inventory. and we're gonna head down here. So there's a total of at least 4 for each sniffer. So let's head down and check out the commands. So this are all the commands for how they work, as you see here, but they all are mostly the same. So we're gonna start off with the commands for the coal sniffer. So you need 2 repeater command blocks for each sniffer. Well, in terms of like the torchflower and also pitcher pot. So let's go over them. Also make sure all commands are set to always active. So this first command replaces the torchflower seed with coal. So we have execute at P, run execute if entity at E, type equals sniffer named coal sniffer, and distance 0.4, so that's how close you need to be to 1. Then do run execute as at E, type equals item named torchflower seed, that is on the ground and this close to the coal sniffer, which is 4. At S, if entity at S, distance equals 0.4 once again here, and then we do run summon Minecraft item, which is coal, just like that. And then this command right on top of it gets rid of the torchflower seed after the coal sniffer sniffs it up, I guess, or if it's near one. So the first bit is mostly the same as you see here, except we're gonna come over here. Then we do run, kill at E, type equals item named Minecraft torchflower seed, NBT, which is on ground colon 1B, distance equals 0.4, and then we do sort equals nearest. So that pretty much means it will only get rid of torchflower seeds that are closest to that sniffer and no other places, because we don't want them to accidentally get rid of the torchflower seeds from other places. And then for this command over here is pretty much the exact same thing, except this is for the pitcher pot. So we come over here to this spot and replace torchflower seed with pitcher pot. And then the rest is pretty much the same thing as you see right here. And also same thing with this command. Make sure you replace torchflower seed with pitcher pot in this exact area right here. And now we're moving on to the copper sniffer. And again, this is the same as the iron and gold. So the entire first bit of this command is pretty much exactly the same, except we changed it to copper sniffer for the name of the sniffer. And it's still torchflower seed right here. This is still the same, and then we do run summon item, and then instead of copper, we just do raw copper right here for the torchflower seed. And this command right here pretty much gets rid of the torchflower seed when there's a copper sniffer nearby. And for the pitcher pot, it's pretty much the exact same thing, except we replace raw copper with copper ingot right here. And this command simply gets rid of it. Or sorry, gets rid of the pitcher pot when it's on the ground. Same thing with the raw iron. Right here. And here. And here. And same thing for the gold. As you see here. That we replace the torchflower seed with raw gold. And then we get rid of that torchflower seed when it's near a gold sniffer. Same thing with the pitcher pot, replaces it with a gold ingot and gets rid of that pitcher pot. As you see here. And just like the coal one that we saw here, this is the exact same thing for redstone. And then we change the name to redstone sniffer, as you see right here. This one gets rid of the torchflower seed afterwards. This one also replaces a pitcher pot with redstone. And then gets rid of that pitcher pot. Same thing with lapis lazuli. And here. Simply change it to lapis sniffer. And same thing over here for the pitcher pot. Same thing over here. And for the diamond one, pretty much the exact same thing, except we replace the item with diamond. And also come over here make sure it's targeting the diamond sniffer. And again, this one gets rid of the torchflower seed when it's near a diamond sniffer, as you see here. And then for the picture pot, exact same thing. Make sure this is targeting a diamond sniffer and also the picture pot seed or item. And then this one gets rid of the picture pot when it's near a diamond sniffer. And lastly, for the emerald sniffer, same thing, except we replace diamond with an emerald. And make sure this is a torchflower seed and also when this is near an emerald sniffer, as you see here. And then this one gets rid of that torchflower seed when it's near an emerald sniffer. Exact same thing, except we're going to change this for the picture pot. And this one simply gets rid of the picture pot when it's near an emerald sniffer. And yeah, that is pretty much ore sniffer commands in Minecraft. So this can get you a lot of cool ores, even if it takes a while to get them, but it'll be well worth the wait. And that, my friends, is gonna wrap up for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next week in the next one. Goodbye!